Minnix in Oxnard, California at Cowboys training camp, but we are still looking ahead to Houston Texans training camp and what's been going on in Houston. Well, one of the big question marks is receiver. Andre Johnson had an injury early on in training camp, Jason, but now we're starting to see some of the guys behind him pick up some of the slack. DeVere Posey's a guy, a rookie out of Ohio State that was a big-time recruit, went to Ohio State, had a decent career there, but the Texans expect him maybe to solidify that receiving rotation.
Well, and you got him, you got Lestarge. Now, the injury to Andre Johnson, mild. He's supposed to be back next week for week 2 of training camp. We'll see, and hopefully it doesn't become a nagging issue for the Houston Texans and for Andre Johnson. And they've got Kevin Walter, and I know a lot of fans aren't sold on Kevin Walter. In a lot of ways, he's a lot like the Spurs' Matt Bonner. The coaching staff, though, loves what Kevin Walter does for that football team. He knows that offense to a T. He and Matt Schaub are always on the same page. Gary Kubiak still loves what Kevin Walter can bring, even if Andre Johnson isn't there.
Plus, he's a great three-point shooter, and when you look at Andre Johnson's injury, it's a little upsetting, I think, for Texans fans because, again, you're talking about another groin strain, these injuries that have seemingly mounted up for Andre Johnson. These are the nagging type of lingering injury issues that really, really perturb you if you're a Texans fan.
Well, he's had hamstring issues. Now he's got a growing issue. You don't want it to become a nag, and if you're a Texans fan, you're saying, here we go again. But again, he only missed a week. Is scheduled to miss a week. You almost wonder, does he need to sit out 2 weeks just to make sure? Because if you rush back, it could flare up on him again.
It's Ari and Minnix in Oxnard talking Texans training camp.